I have been waiting to show you this home. I'm taking you inside the place where I live, where I host, where people from all over the world land and finally exhale. And I'm so glad you're here for it, babes, okay? So now I already know the two reactions I'm going to get, because I get them every single time I talk about this life. And some of you are going to find it peaceful. You'll just want to leave it playing in the background because it does something to your nervous system. And some of you are going to have another reaction, the who is this for, the questions about pricing, and the must be nice. And I want to talk about all of it today, openly, no defensiveness, because underneath both of those reactions is the exact conversation this whole channel exists to have. Because here's what I need you to hear, right? Before we even walk through a single room, this is not about a house. This is about what a house like this represents, and whether you believe it's something like this is available for you too. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and come home with me.
Welcome home, living abroad and on your own. Jules will find you a place to call home. From the beach to the city, let your story unfold. Welcome home, welcome home.
Welcome home. If you're new here, this is Welcome Home with Jules, and this is a channel where we talk about building a life that actually fits you. Not the life you're told to want, the one that's yours. I'm Jules, I'm a faith-based traveler, and I host people from all over the world in the spaces I create. And this channel is basically letting me share with you behind the curtain of what that actually looks like. The beautiful parts and, the honest parts. And listen, I know it's been a little minute since I posted. Okay, I know. I was over in Singapore leading a group trip, which is one of the things I get to do. I lead trips actually all over the world. And from here, a flight to Singapore is about $100. Hold on to that because the where of this life is a bigger part of the story than most people actually realize, and I'll come back to it. But I am home now, and I cannot wait to finally bring you inside this place. Okay, so today's episode is a little different. I'm going to show you the home. I've got a full walkthrough, and I'm going to talk with you through it. But I'm also going to sit right here and go deeper than a tour, okay? Because a tour on its own is just square footage. What I want to give you is the why. So here's the map for today. So first, I'm gonna walk you through the space, then I'll be totally transparent about what this home actually cost and why it's worth every bit of it. And then we get into the real thing, okay? The mission behind all of this and how you actually attain the thing you want. So whatever your version of this house is, stay to the end, because that last part is the part I made this whole video for. Okay, so let me tell you what Welcome Home with Jules actually is, because it's easy to misread from the outside. So when people see a beautiful home online, they think it's a flex, right? They think the point is the house. But for me, the house is a result, not the goal. The goal was always the same thing. It's always been for me. So to build spaces where people can rest, where people can belong, where somebody who's far from home can walk in and exhale. That's the whole assignment. Hospitality, making room for people. This home is just the current shape that calling is taking, right? So I'm gonna tell you where this comes from, right? So I know exactly what it is to feel like to land somewhere far from home and feel completely on your own. To be in a place that looks fine on paper, right? And still feel unsettled on the inside. I've lived in a lot of countries. I've had the stays that looked okay, but they quietly drained me. So when someone walks through my door, my whole heart is not here. Here, you're not a stranger. Here, you're expected. That's the thing I'm actually building. The house is just how it shows up. So I want to be careful because I never want this, to feel preachy, but I'd be lying if I left my faith out of it, because my faith is the reason I do any of this, period. I believe that I was made for this kind of work, for gathering people, for creating space, for building homes that I feel like an answer to someone's prayer. So when you watch this tour, don't just see the furniture, see the intention. Every room in here was set up to literally hold someone. That's the mission. Now let's get into the house. I'm gonna show it to you. Yes, that is a pool, guys. You step right in. There's a pool in the living room. This is a 4-story home. You're walking into heaven. Yes, those are clouds that are lighting up. And we have this big open space living room. Come sit down, have some tea. We watch a bit of Netflix. And yes, that is a sauna, guys, right in the living room as well. We have a huge open space kitchen. I love to make healthy meals in this place. Usually in Vietnam, homes are like a tube, meaning like they're very narrow. When you come in, I love how vast and wide this is. A beautiful dining table. We often co-work at this space as well. But let's head up to the stairs. Yes, the stairs are lighting up. This is the master room. It is humongous, okay? There is a manatee area right here, a little peekaboo window, a floor-to-ceiling mirror, plenty of shelves, plenty of storage. We got a bathtub, a private ensuite. We have a desk over here as well, a full king-size bed, more sitting area, more storage. Just beautiful and peaceful. We have a little rocking chair out here, a little nook. It's nice to read, nice to journal. Again, plenty of space, plenty of air. We also put a little massage chair in this area. This is like a full-on spa. You really honestly don't have to leave. So beautiful. Now let's head up to the 3rd floor. This is another one of the guest rooms. Right here, it's beautiful, plenty of closet space, beautiful bed. We have a desk, and again, this is the 3rd floor. We have another guest room right beside it as well. The decor is just beautiful. It's clean, it's modern, it's breathable, it's inspiring, it's airy, it's clean. There's no mold. This is a brand new home, brand new. We have a washer and a dryer, which is separate and rare here. A nice little sitting area as well. But yeah, I love the aesthetic. We're gonna head up to the 4th floor area where there's a full rooftop. Yes, you can sit out here, relax, unwind. You can also work up here as well. You can work out, you can stretch, you can enjoy the beautiful sunrise and sunset. It is seriously priceless. It is so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Who's a rooftop person? Because we also got a barbecue grill out here where we just grill out. You can also see the fireworks. So it's really honestly phenomenal for New Year's. We don't even have to go anywhere. I want to talk about. I told you there are 2 reactions to it. There are 2 reactions. One is the peace, and one is the peace, and we're going to that because it turns out the peace is the whole point, right? But the other reaction is about money. So let me just talk about the money honestly, because on this channel, I show you homes and I tell you what they cost. I don't hide the numbers. So it would be strange to bring you into my home and suddenly get shy. So here it is plainly. I pay $1,700 a month for this home, and I already know some of you hear that and think that's a lot, and some of you who actually know this market are thinking, wait, that's it? And you're both kind of right, because a price is not a fact about worth, it's a filter. So the same number one person calls too much, another person calls a steal. So neither of them is wrong. They're just standing in different places. So let me stand with you where I'm standing and tell you what that number actually buys. First, the market prices out here are 2 to 3 times what they were not that long ago, and they keep climbing. This is not the Vietnam of 5 years ago. And for context, when I lived in Bangkok, I was paying $2,400 a month for a high-rise 42nd floor, all the works. It was premium, luxury, big, amazing, and at that time, it was worth it to me. This home means more to me than that place ever did, and it's cheaper. Then, the location, which is a huge part of what you're really paying for. This is a prime spot. I'm 4 minutes from the biggest mall in the city. I'm a 5-minute walk from the largest supermarket. Everything I need is right here. But honestly, the biggest thing this number buys is peace. I've stayed in cheaper places around here, and even though they were cheap, they cost me. They cost me in my emotional health and my mental health, and I learned this the hard way. Peace is not the expensive thing. The absence of it is. When I walked in this home, I exhaled. It gives me rest. And rest isn't a luxury for me. It's the whole assignment. It's the reason why I'm here. So no, this is not the cheapest place I could have found, but it fulfills the exact reason I came, and that is what I am paying for. And that is what I want you to feel about staying here too. So when you come, because I host people here, it's not like booking a hotel, it's not an Airbnb where you get a key to a stranger's apartment and figure it out alone. You're not just renting a room. You're being folded into it in a sense. There's a soft landing. There's someone who already thought about you before you got here. And that's a completely different thing. And it's a thing I actually care about. So here's what I want you to hear underneath all of it. When something isn't for you, a place, a price, a whole kind of life, you've got two choices. You can resent it all and call it too much, or you can let it be information. Okay, that exists. What would it take for me to build my version? The day I stopped reading other people's abundance as a personal attack and started reading it as proof of what's possible, that day changed my life. So I'll say it to you plainly. What you're looking at is not out of your reach. Maybe out of your reach today, and today is not forever. That's not a ceiling. It's a starting line. And to the must be nice, you're right. It is nice. And it wasn't handed to me. There were years you didn't see. There were a lot of Brave by Faith before there was any of this. So yes, it's nice and it's available. Both things are true. So here's what I really want to say to you today. And if you skipped ahead, come back for this part. This was never about a house. The house is a symbol. The house is evidence. What I actually want you to walk away with is the belief that you are allowed to want what you want. And that wanting is not vanity. It is not greed. It's not too much. It's alignment. It's you sensing the size of the life you are actually made for. Because here's what I've learned, right? Most people don't lose the life they wanted to bad luck. They lose it to permission. They never gave themselves permission to believe it was for them. They let the pricing of a house, of a dream, of a whole different life talk them out of it before they ever tried. And I don't want that for you. Whatever your version of this home is, maybe it's not a villa, maybe it's a paid off little place that's fully yours. Maybe it's the freedom to travel. Maybe it's work that actually means something. Maybe it's just peace, a home that finally feels safe. Whatever it is an assignment on your life, and assignments come with provision. You're not crazy for wanting it. You're actually right on time. And I'll say it the way I actually believe it. I don't think the desire is random. I think the things you can't stop wanting were put in you on purpose. And the same one who gave you the want will make the way. My whole life is literally Brave by Faith. I stepped toward things I couldn't see fully yet. And the ground showed up under my feet, literally every single time. So don't let a price tag on anything be the thing that decides your future. Prices move, seasons change, provisions comes. The only thing that can't move is a mind that's already decided it's not possible. Decide differently right now, watching this. Let me tell you who this home is actually for, because this is where the vision gets practical. This is a home for people who want to rest, for the traveler who's tired of hotels that feel like nowhere, for the woman who wants to be somewhere beautiful and safe and full of the right kind of people, for anyone who's ever wanted to land somewhere far from home and instead of feeling like a stranger, feel like they were expected. This fits my life. I host. That's what I do. That's who I am. So this space isn't a set. It's lived in. It's given away, and it's shared. And when the right person walks through that door, something happens that a price tag can't capture. And can I tell you one of my favorite parts of this whole life? The freedom of where you are. I told you, Singapore is literally $100 flight from here. I mean, look at my hair right now. I want you to see my hair. I love this. It's called Island Twist. In the States, this style runs hundreds of dollars, easy. I paid $95. And I got it done in Ho Chi Minh City, which is a $27 flight from my front door. That's the kind of thing living here quietly unlocks. The proximity, the freedom to just hop somewhere and go. It's supreme. So this home isn't a bubble I hide in. It's a base, a place to rest between the adventures. If that's you, you already know. You felt it while you were walking through. So that's my home, y'all. That's the story behind it, the honest truth about what it costs, and the bigger thing I actually wanted to hand you today. So if you're taking one thing from this episode, take this. The thing you want is not too much. And it's not out of reach. It's an assignment, and you're allowed to go get it. So here's how you can come home. If everything in you was leaning in while we walk through this place, if some part of you already knows this is your kind of space, your kind of people, then don't let this just be a video you watched. The way in is the wait list. I keep it small on purpose, and I take people as space open. So if this is you, get on the wait list. The link is right below this video. That's it. If you know, you know. And if you're not looking to stay with me, but you are dreaming about a life out here, your own home in Da Nang, a whole relocation, that's exactly what my consulting calls are for. That link's down there too as well. And wherever you land in all of this, subscribe, because I make this channel for you, the person quietly building a braver life. Drop me a comment and tell me your version of this home, the thing you've been talking yourself out of. You know, I read everyone. So thank you for coming home with me today. I'll see you in the next episode.